Welcome to Every LA Talks with Los Angeles real estate agent Matthias Baker Mazzucci.
All right, let's talk about the most common lies investors tell themselves. Actually, let's talk about some of these lies. What do people tell themselves so that they can justify inaction?
So I think the biggest one is expecting that a future move is going to be better than today.
Right.
And that most of the time is not the case. That decision is generally driven by fear.
Yes, absolutely. And let me give some real life examples of what I've seen. February 2020, I'm representing the seller on a deal, and the buyer is in escrow, and the lockdown happens, the pandemic, COVID-19. We've all heard about it. We could talk about it over and over again. But the buyer, having an agent who was not very good at advising him, said, let's cancel. They had no contingencies, but guess what? They could cancel because there was a law, natural disaster, power of whatever occurrences. Now you can cancel. So they cancel and get their deposit back. Because, when I talked to them, I was like, well, they said the market's going to crash. I mean, look what's going on. It's lockdown. The market's going to crash. I'm going to buy this property for half the price. Well, guess what? Guess what happened? Interest rates went down, sometimes as low as 275 on 10-year fixed and interest only, and prices skyrocketed. So those people got priced out of the market. Like the appreciation that took place between 2020 and 2024 is staggering. So don't try to predict the market.
Yep.
If you have a good deal and it pencils out, go for it now. Don't try to say, well, there's going to be an earthquake in 10 years and then I'll be able to buy for so cheap. Don't do that. This is silly. You cannot base your investment strategy on that. Act now. Know your full picture now and don't justify. Because things like, I don't want to pay taxes, that objection, we can get it out of the door because we have 1031 exchanges. You say you want to hold on forever. I mean, unless you have an emotional reason, I don't understand why you would want to do that. So when the time is right, just take action. Reach out to us and we'll be able to help you. Right, Ashley?
Yeah, especially today, there are a lot of different factors. There's, will the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act be extended to where opportunity zones are going to have an extension? Is there going to be a change in capital gains tax? Is there going to be changes in the 1031 exchange? I've been doing this for almost 15 years, and I'll tell you that these conversations have been consistent. And those investors who wait, they tend to lose. I had an investor 6 months ago tell me they were going to wait because they were certain interest rates were going to come down. 6 months later, we're not there, and it's more difficult than ever for them to sell this particular property. So I would always tell clients to be hesitant of waiting, understand your position, understand what your opportunity would be. Don't just write it off saying, oh, interest rates are too high, oh, inventory is too low, because there could be some strategies out there that you're just not familiar with.
Exactly. So when you're ready to get honest about your real estate, pick up the phone or get on your phone or keyboard or whatever, reach out to us. We are everywhere. You can find us everywhere. We'll come to you. You can come to us. We'll figure out a way to get honest about your real estate. Thank you for joining us in this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you for watching. To find out more, visit everyla.com.